Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mighty High's World. This is episode 67, and the last episode we built this rather cool looking rocket, as you can see behind me, and we haven't quite finished this project yet. As you can see, we've got the rocket on a platform, and we've actually got the rocket, but we need to build the supports for it, which is what we're going to do in today's episode. We're going to build the support structure for a rocket. So this is going to be a pretty interesting build because I've got a pretty cool idea, but I'm not entirely sure if it will work or not, but I'm just going to go with it anyway because why not, eh? It's Minecraft and you can do what you like. So without further ado, let's get into the air and I'll show you what I've been up to. So as we fly down here, it's on the other side we need to have a look at. So you can see this dirt structure there, which is basically just an indication for where it's going to clamp onto the rocket and also how tall this building's going to be. So as you can see, it's pretty tall, about 20-30 blocks, maybe taller. And then on the bottom down here we have the green concrete outlay, which is going to be the building size. So I'm not just going to build this out of green concrete, by the way, if you guys are wondering. It's just a foundation colour, and I think that looks pretty cool. It's going to be different colours, most likely going to stick with either the red or the blue, but I haven't quite figured that one out yet. I'm going more for the red, to be honest with you, but I might just do both colours and see what happens, like red on one side and blue on the other. But I haven't quite figured that one out. So I think the only thing we can do now is start building. So why don't I get the rest of the resources we need and start this thing. So let's go. Alright, so as we fly in, you can see we have the foundations for our rocket launcher platform, which is this white concrete box right here. And yes, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but this is just a basic outline of the shape, and then I'm going to detail it after I've got the shape in. So you might have noticed there's 4 blocks of concrete on the top here, and this is what's going to hold the rocket up. So what we want to do is we want to go up probably about halfway from where the rocket is, so about halfway to the rocket, shall I say. I did build this platform bigger, this white platform. I built it all the way up to here, but then it just didn't look right, so I've decided to change the design a bit, but this should look good nonetheless. So I think that's about high enough even. So if we just fly back, you can see this is probably going to be a bit higher actually. I could have used a different material than black concrete, but I think black concrete will give a cool little design and look for what we're going for. So what I'm going to do is build these concrete pillars up a bit taller, probably going way taller than that, probably about almost to the top of this rocket, I'm guessing, looking at that. So let's go up here quickly. Alright, so we've got our black pillar in now. So the next thing I want to do is, if we get some red concrete and just fly to the ground here, what I would like to do is just add red concrete all around the sides like this, just so it looks like it's actually held up instead of just floating there with like 4 sticks basically. So then we do that every, say, 4 or 5 blocks. So if we can get up another, let's just do it from here, 1 2 3 4, so let's do it about there, and then we just carry this on all the way to the top basically. So let's do this and see what it looks like after that. Alright, so as you can see, we have the red concrete in now, and this is starting to look like a decent structure now. So what we need to do next is make the clamps that the rocket will hold on, if I could land, that is. So what we do is, let's get some scaffolding up and go to the 3rd ring on this platform, which is the one I'm pointing at now. So let's go up there quickly, and it's this one here. Oh, yep, it definitely is. Well, technically it's the 4th ring counting the bottom, so that's 1 2 3 and then it's this one we want. So let's just get up here and we can scaffold across, and then what we need to do is, this is off center by the way, I just thought I'd mention that because we're working with a 2-block middle on the actual platform, which is what I've gone for, not the actual rocket. I did mention that when I was building the rocket, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference. You will notice it slightly, but I'm not too worried about it, to be fair with you. But anyway, on the task at hand, we need to make a clamp for this. So what I was planning to do is, if we go out a couple of blocks there and then start kind of like diagonally going into the side like this, basically with black concrete. I might actually change that to white, to be fair with you, just so we can see it a bit better. I think that might look better, to be fair with you. So let's change that into white concrete like this, and then basically just going diagonal like this. And I can hear spiders, but I'm not too worried about it. And then probably from here we can go a bit more diagonal, I think, so about there, and then we basically just connect this to the rocket like that, and I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, like that basically. So if we just take a flyby, and I'm going to do this more than once obviously, but you can see that kind of looks like the rocket's attached to it. So I need to do that on the other side here, and also going up periodically every 8 blocks or so, so every 2 of these basically. So that'll be 1, and then on the top, and then possibly right at the top as well, but I'm not entirely sure. But let's get these clamps in first, and then we can worry about what to do after. Alright ladies and gentlemen, flying in, and you can see the clamps right there, and this has made a world of difference to this build already. It actually looks like it's got some structure to it, and also you might have noticed I've gone with cyan terracotta instead of the white concrete, and one reason is because it will stand out more, and the other reason is if I did use white concrete, you wouldn't really be able to tell it apart from the actual rocket, because they're both kind of a similar colour. So that's the reason why I've gone for cyan terracotta, and I think this looks pretty cool. So the next thing we need to do is build the walkway, which is pretty simple, although it could be a bit annoying, on the top that is. So we need to build a walkway on the top here. I might raise this up a couple of blocks, it depends how much room we've got. We've got a couple of blocks more room, so I could raise this up a tiny bit more. But yeah, it's basically just going to be a standard walkthrough, but we're going to have like a door in the rocket as well, probably about here. So let's just let's just take that away. So the door will be about there, maybe a block further down. So we've only got 2 blocks left, so we can't really do anything to this, thinking about that. So it's not really a problem, but the walkway is going to be fairly easy to build. It's just going to be probably white concrete, and then I can get some iron bars as well, and I think that will look pretty cool. So why don't we get on with building this walkway, and then we can finally get on with what we're going to do on the inside of a rocket. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so I've just come to my villager breeder to use one of the beds, and look what we've got here. We have an iron golem, which just randomly spawned in glass by the looks of it. Eek! So this is turning out, that shouldn't really happen. That basically means there's too many villagers in here, or maybe it's picking up the ones on the bottom as well, but they should be far enough away not to get involved in this village, but apparently they are. But you can see how many we've got in here. We've got a good 2, 4, 6, 8. We got 9 or 10 in here, so that's probably why we've got a golem here. So I'm just going to leave this guy here for now. But as you can see, we now have a walkway into this place. So it's very rudimentary, I'm not going to lie. It literally is a bit of white concrete and some iron bars, but we also have a door into it, and I thought this was pretty cool as well. So instead of using the cyan concrete for like a clamp for the walkway, I've used iron bars instead. So when this lifts off, these iron bars are designed so they just break off when everyone's in there. And also I've added a door as well, because can't have a spaceship without an entrance, can you? So yeah, that's another little detail we've got. So the next thing to do, I think, is we need some kind of satellite on this thing, and I was planning on building it right next to the walkway, but I think we can have another little structure like that looks similar to this in the other corner, and we've got a spider in here. So where the spider is basically is going to be it. So if we got some black concrete, we do indeed. So it's not going to be too big, let's say about there, and then there and there, and then we can bring this up taller than this though, and then see what happens, and maybe something else in the other corner. So yeah, it's just to fill up, one, to fill up the space, and two, every rocket platform needs a satellite, so we've got to build it. Hey, so let's get on with that. Alright, so we're at the top now. I haven't put the red concrete in, but we can do that later. So let's build this satellite now, shall we? So I've got some quartz here, which is what I'm going to use to build this. So I'm going to place a quartz stair like that, and then on the opposite side like that. Then we want some random dirt blocks, and then we put an upside down stairs. No, that's the wrong way. And then we basically put an upside down stairs on this side, even like that. And we can get rid of this dirt and get rid of that dirt and place the same slab like that. Then we pillar up, and then we can place another dirt block there, just a junk block, and place a half slab, a smooth quartz half slab like that, and then one there, and then I've just fallen off, so let's go like that again. And then we do that on the other side as well. So we want a dirt block. Oh, I'm getting confused. Yes, indeed, we want a dirt block there even, and half slab there, and then half slab there and there, so you get this kind of shape. So let's get rid of this dirt. So you can see it's a weird odd shape, but don't worry, it will look like a satellite eventually. As you can see, it's starting to come along now. So once we've got this in, what we want to do is pillar out another couple of blocks here, if we can, that is. So like that, that's one, and that's two, and then we go up another block, because oh no, we actually want to put another half slab like that going up there, and then the same on the other side. So let's do that, and we put you there, and then we go back with this one, and then we get rid of that, and then we put the half slab on top of there like so. So that looks exactly the same as the other side, which is pretty cool. So let's just get rid of these dirt. So you can kind of see where I'm coming from now. So we've got this kind of shape here. So what we want to do now is in the middle, if we can land on it. Yep, we can. Cool. So in the middle we want another few stairs. So stairs going that way, stairs going that way. Then the same on this side. So we want the stairs facing this way, going up though. So this might be a bit tricky. Let's just try nope, it's not going to be as tricky as I thought it would. Yep, like that. Can we get across? Yes, we can. And then the same on the other side, and then we'll repeat this pattern again one more time, probably going up a bit more though actually. So let's do this pattern we did with the stairs, but like that, and then again, so, and then that, and then we can go up again. So put stairs like that, and we want the underside like that, and then we just do the same on this side, and then yeah, okay, I need to get down though. So we've got something that looks like this basically, with the stairs and half slab so far, and this is looking pretty cool. And then we just continue what we did with these half slabs on the top there. So let's do that and see what it looks like afterwards. And flying towards it, this is what it's looking like. Ow, I just smashed right into it. So let's get down here and have a decent look at it. So I think this looks like a pretty cool satellite, and you can kind of tell what it's supposed to be anyway. If you wanted to, you could probably make this a few blocks taller, just repeating this pattern, but I think that looks pretty cool if you ask me, and it definitely looks like some kind of futuristic satellite to me, so I quite like this. We still need to add the red concrete onto that pillar, but for now we've actually got a decent satellite. Alright, so as we fly in once again, we have our satellite there, which looks a bit bare at the moment, but don't worry about that. Then we have our boarding platform here. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. I'm just going to call it a boarding platform for now, with our bridge leading into the rocket. But what else do we need? Well, I think another good idea is having some kind of radio tower. So we can build a little radio tower here. It won't be that big. Let's get some. Actually, let's not use black concrete for this. Let's use white concrete instead, just so we can distinguish it, and we can have it probably about the same size as this is, basically. So if we use that as a marker, then we can use, yeah, that's about a decent size. It's not going to be too tall, but I think this will work. So let's go up, what, about 5 blocks or so? That's what, 3, 4, 5 there. So I think that's a decent size for it. It doesn't need to be too big, in all fairness. Maybe a tiny bit bigger, so another 2 or 3 blocks, I think. And let's just add another one like that, and then we can cap it off like this, like so. And then what I've got is some prismarine here, but I need to make some prismarine walls. So let's do that quickly, if I could actually fly, that is. Or change to my rocket, shall I say. Come on, fly please. Fly please, thank you. Thank you, game. So let's go over to our stone cutter here and make some prismarine walls, like so. And then we can fly back to our platform. And as you can see, it's looking rather small, but it doesn't need to be too big, to be fair with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these prismarine stairs. You can't really jump and place them, which is kind of annoying. So you kind of have to use another block to get on them, and then you can jump and place them. So we're going to basically sprout this out as if it would be like some kind of antenna. So we can go a couple of blocks out like that, and the same on all the other sides. Then we can go up another, what, 3 blocks, and then go out just 1 this time, just to give it a bit of variation. And then go up another 3, 4 blocks, and then we can go out 3 blocks like that, basically. So 2, 3, and then let's go in the middle again and do it on the other sides. Oh, I'm 3 blocks missing, so let's get that quickly. And here we have it, guys. So the last block's in now. Let's just get rid of this dirt for scaffolding purposes. And if I could fly, let's have a look and see what this looks like. And there we have it, guys. We actually have a radio tower, but I could actually block it off 1 more block, shall I say, or add 1 more block to the top, and maybe add a couple of these as well. The iron bars, even like that, and then we can probably add a few iron bars on the sides like so, just to give it a little bit of a shape to it, like that. And then possibly on here as well. Yeah, why not? Why not, eh? And then we can do it on this as well, if I can get onto it, that is. And then like that. Awesome. So this will make our radio tower, and that looks pretty cool. I'm quite happy about that design actually. So let's go to sleep and then we can have a look at it in the daytime. And this is what it's looking like in the daytime. So as you can see, we have our satellite up here, which is looking pretty fancy, I must say. Then we have our pretty cool looking radio tower here, taking note of all the different signals that are happening around our base and converting them all into one little stream so it's easy for the people to understand, and also taking in communications as well. And then we have our departure platform, basically, where all the astronauts or people that are riding this rocket will travel in here and come into the rocket. So we still need to do something about the inside of here, but I don't think I'm going to have time in this episode, so we're going to have to do that next episode, unfortunately. So what I can do though is, before we do finish off this episode, I should probably get some red concrete and fill in all of this and maybe make some kind of changes, but I'm probably going to leave it as is. So let's get some more resources and finish off what we've started here. And coming up shortly is what we've got. So as you can see, I've added the red concrete in the tool tower and it looks uniform with the other one. Not quite the same size, of course, but they still look pretty cool. I haven't done anything to the radio tower down here, but I quite like this design and I thought, why not just leave it alone? And that was my last rocket. But you can see that just adding that colour, the red and the black, gives it that detail that I was going for. So let's get down here and we can see it from the top. See, like it's just giving that detail that's different from the bottom, so it stands out, and that's what I was trying to achieve, which I think I have. So what do you think about this? Put it down in the comments below, because I'd be very happy to see your feedback on this project. And also, if you haven't noticed, every block going up and even on the top and the rocket is covered in string, because I didn't want to use lighting for this build. I thought natural lighting would be better. That's not all though, guys. So I have actually done something in the warehouse. So if we go this way, you can see, oh, whoa, okay then, he wasn't there before. Hello, are you dangerous? Are you gonna hurt me? No, he seems friendly. Okay. Can we get a selfie maybe? Let's try and get a selfie with a robot, eh? Okay. There we go. Say cheese! Okay, cool. We got a selfie with a robot now. So, yeah, it seems like this place is guarded by robots, guys. So, whoa. Okay, there's two of them. Right. It seems like these robots have just ascended upon our rocket platform, so I need to figure out what's actually going wrong with this, because I didn't put these guys there, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But yeah, so with that out the way, I think it's time to end the episode. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Mighty High. If you like this video, then please click the like button, and if you really liked it, then click the subscribe button and ding that bell for further uploads. I've been Mighty High, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye!